Breaking news, my country people. The question on Tinubu's legitimacy has become a huge controversy. I know one would say Tinubu is not yet the legitimate president of this country, even after we are quite aware that yes, he was sworn in, he followed the due process, he was inaugurated, he had his inauguration ceremony and all that stuff. But una know say matter still dey court. Yes, my country people. Tinubu matter still dey court. The election petition tribunal, they still dey judge Tinubu matter for there. And the judges, they are yet to give their final verdict on this issue. So, my country people, the question on Tinubu's legitimacy, like I said, is a huge controversy. I mean, so many people has their own options. People have different options on Tinubu's legitimacy. Some say he's an illegitimate president. Others say, well, Tinubu won the election. So my country people, majority are waiting for the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal to give its final verdict. Although INEC has told Nigerians that Tinubu won the election fair and square, but people are not yet satisfied. I guess with the rulings of the court, people will get to see, who is the legitimate president and who is not the legitimate president, because we have three, presidential candidates. Two majorly are in court challenging Tinubu's victory. Meanwhile, Tinubu, who emerged as the president after he won the election, is defending his own mandate, while the remaining two are seeking to retrieve their mandate. And they both claim that they won the election. So, my country people, you see, this one a big matter. But this Kenneth Okonkwo, who is a lawyer and a spokesperson of the Obidati Presidential Campaign Council, has faulted the ruling Tinubu's administration and alleged that international bodies disregard Nigeria for not having a legitimate government in power. Wow, my country people, this is really serious. So, I mean, a whole Kenneth Okonkwo, who was speaking during an interview with Trust TV, made this known while reacting to the ongoing protest by the Nigerian Labour Congress, the NLC, as regards the lingering economic crisis. And according to him, I beg your pardon, he said when people are left with no option, then they will have to fight to breathe. And they were the ones who said, let the poor breathe. And in Nigeria, it has become a fight for survival, not progression. There is no food to eat, there is no more transport to take them to their workplace, and there is no more social life. So this regime succeeding another terrible regime, all from the same party. All from the same party. And they have destroyed the economic system of this country. They have ruined it. They have destroyed the political fabrics. The social well-being of Nigeria has been radically destroyed. And our political economy is practically non-existent, to the point that when Nigeria talks, even in the international community, they will tell us to sit down. Yes, because we cannot produce a legitimate government in power. So, we don't have the power to tell another government that is illegitimate. It has come to the point where Nigeria is now a mockery in the international community. And the saddest part is that it is a country that God has blessed so much with human and material resources to make it a superpower nation rather than the poverty capital of the world. This is a leadership problem, and unfortunately, it is getting worse. It is getting worse as the day goes by. And as each regime passes by, it gets worse and worse and worse. It never gets better. People always tend to hope that the current administration would be good, would be favorable, but at last, it ended up being the worst, even worse than the past or the previous administration. I mean, when Buhari was in power, people were saying, things are hard, things are hard. So what are we going to say now? I mean, things are still hard, but it's as if we are experiencing double or triple hardship this time around. But, in one way or the other, Nigerians still find a way to survive. We always survive in the midst of all these sufferings, all these pains, and the rest. Aside Kenneth Okonkwo making this statement, I mean, you and I, we know the truth. So, my country people, we've always known that Kenneth Okonkwo is a spokesperson of the Labour Party to the Obidati presidential campaign. And yes, we know that Kenneth Okonkwo has always criticized Tinubu's government, Tinubu's administration, what went wrong, and how Tinubu can do better. But then, my country people, what are your thoughts on this? However, Nigerians have reacted. The first person said, "It is a shame for a lawyer to openly advertise his deep ignorance of law by calling Tinubu's government as illegitimate when the body constitutionally empowered to declare election results, INEC, declared him the winner and swore in as president. Although the matter is pending in court, but that is the status quo by virtue of legal instruments in Nigeria until it is reversed. So, the man is an illegitimate president with illegitimate age, school, or country. Even his name is questionable." Another person said, "You talk like a baby. It is so shameful how people talk these days because of politics. How can a president you describe as illegitimate be appointed the head of a regional body? Did you watch the warm reception by the French president? Well, the international community have known the usual fraud region with their terrorist leader candidates who wanted to steal Nigerians' mandate. Expecting more reactions, but then we don't lock up." Okay, guys, these are some reactions from Nigerians. So, my country people, what are your options on this? I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you. Bye for now.